Like seriously, every day kind of felt like an adventure. And I know you're like, Francois, like Korea is a dream. Growth usually lies outside of comfort. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Francois. Yo, I've been living here in Korea for 14 years. And this is a topic that I really wanted to talk about for a long time. And that is the comfort and convenience of Korea. And I want to talk about the comfort and convenience of Korea, how it shaped my life, but also how possibly having this comfort comes at a cost. When I first moved to Korea, I was filled with like so much excitement and passion and ambition. And I think this excitement comes from me only wanting to stay in Korea for 1 year. At this part of my life, I wanted to travel more. I wanted to explore more of my potential. And even I was considering a different career path. I actually wanted to work for the United States government as a diplomat. So my plan was come to Korea, stay for a year, go back to Europe, gain more international experience, prepare for my job at the US State Department. But as time moved on, I actually began to think that becoming a teacher full-time could also fuel my passion, my desire to have more international experience, to work for the State Department or to work in any capacity as a diplomat, meaning that I could become a teacher, stay in Korea, travel around Asia, and also use that experience to help propel me into the life of a government worker. Korea was really alive like at that time. When I first came to Korea, there was like so many things to do, and I just felt like I was very empowered being here. I felt like invincible to a certain degree. Like seriously, every day kind of felt like an adventure because I was eating like different foods. I was meeting a lot of different people, Koreans and foreigners. And also I was traveling around the country and I was going to different festivals and just learning about Korea, and it was fun. But now we're fast forwarding like 14 years into the future. I've noticed something about Korea. And this is like a double-edged sword, I think. Korea is incredibly comfortable and incredibly convenient. Everything here in Korea is built for comfort, is built for ease, is built for quick facilitation of everything. The incredible transportation system, the metro, the KTX, the buses that can go all around the country. You can go anywhere you want in this country and be safe. Even if you walk into random neighborhoods, so you don't have to worry about being mugged or anything like that. It's incredible. It's an incredible place to be. Even my Mongolian friend who visited Korea for the first time remarked about the ease and convenience of Korea. And not to mention, like, you can get food anytime you want in this country. Like at any time of the night, you can always get something to eat. The delivery services are always open, or you can go to the convenience stores. And I know you're like, Francois, like Korea is a dream country. Like you're safe, you're comfortable, everything is like easy. Yeah, it is a dream for me. And I love being in Korea. There is no other place I could imagine myself being at this point in my life or at the time I spent in Korea until now. Korea has really shaped me into becoming a really good person, I think. The life of comfort and convenience, for me at least, I don't know about like Koreans or other people living in this country, but at least for me, life here has kind of led me to a bit of complacency. It seems like I've gotten into such a comfortable routine that I've forgotten about my passion for traveling, my passion for trying to grow myself, or my passion for just wanting to experience new things. That's like in an easier way I can say that my drive to like hustle hasn't really gone away, but it's not as prominent or pronounced as it is these days, just because I've fallen really deep into this routine of comfort here in Korea. And it's not a bad thing because many people would kill for this opportunity. But for me, there is some kind of conflict going on inside. Like I remember I used to be such a go-getter, especially living in France and the United States. I was always like working with side projects and having something extra to do. And I'm not talking about hobbies like working out or playing sports or anything like that. I'm actually talking about finding different areas in my life where I can grow professionally. When I came to Korea, just everything was so perfect that I actually stopped thinking about those things. One of my dreams was also to get my master's degree. When I came to Korea, or when I left Korea, I had like this idea in my head, okay, boom, 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 and you know, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and my life will be like this. And when I came here and I started to like fall into the routine of teaching, like I just forgot about all of that stuff because I was just like locked into Korean comfort and convenience. Yeah, so living in all of this comfort really made me consider like all of my dreams. I remember the feeling that I had when I arrived here. I was like, Korea, I don't know how I really feel about this place. That was like my first day. But after the first 2 weeks, I completely changed. I was like, yo, I'm all in on Korea. Like, this place is awesome. And a lot of you who watch my videos, you know how much I love Korea. This video has nothing to do about my disliking Korea, nothing at all to do. In fact, I'm praising Korea even more because it's so hospitable, convenient, and comfortable. But over the summer, something changed. It happened when I was traveling abroad with one of my best friends, Zach Christian. He's the kind of person he seems like he's a kind of, not goofy person, but he seems like he's kind of like aloof a lot of the times, but he's really got his act together. Yeah, so Zach really has his life together. Something that I really admire about him, and something that doesn't keep our friendship together, but it's something that I think is very important in our friendship because we both have things about each other that we admire. A lot of you can actually see Zach in some of my videos, well, a lot of my videos, especially traveling around the world, like Thailand, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. Zach's always there. But Zach was telling me, wow, the sun is bad there. Zach was just talking to me about all of his new experiences teaching in China. So Zach used to teach here in Korea, but then after, you know, some time, he was like, I gotta go. I feel my life is becoming stagnant. I'm not moving, I'm not progressing. So he picked up, you know, he got his master. Hi. he picked up his, you know, he picked up a master's degree and he checked out of Korea. He went to China. Now he's making like a ton of money and just having, I think, his dream life. Yo, that women group, they just walked by me. They were like, hata, 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 hata. That's so cool. Yeah, but every time Zach was mentioning about his life in China, it made me, I wasn't envious of him, but I don't know. I don't think I was envious of his life in China. I was envious that Zach actually had the courage to leave his comfort zone, because Zach was incredibly comfortable here. I mean, he had everything. He had, you know, girlfriend, he had, you know, money, he had his comfortable life playing basketball, sports, hanging out with his friends and things. But Zach, he very quickly, very easily just left all of that behind, and he moved to China. At that time, I wasn't really thinking about how big of a move that is, but when you consider having like everything at your beck and call, food, clothing, shelter, you know, transportation, I couldn't even understand like why he would leave. But after listening to him indirectly just talk about his experiences, I was like, wow, Zach might have a little more oomph in his step than I do. I stayed here for 14 years in comfort, complete comfort, and I didn't even think about like leaving this country, even though I did get my master's degree while I was here, and I was able to get my doctorate degree while I was here. Zach actually went a step further than me. Zach got his education credentials, and he found a job that paid more and that would give him more challenges, where he would be able to, you know, have more self-development and to also progress his professional career. But real quick, check out this view of Seoul Station. Yo, that is nice, especially after the renovations. Okay. There we go. I wanted to get a view like this. Okay. And it's funny because I didn't even start this video wanting to talk about Zach. I started this video wanting to talk more about my direct personal experiences, but I guess it shows you how much of an influence Zach actually has on my life. And also, Zach is a weirdo just like me. He's always sending me like these weird memes and these weird like Instagram reels and stuff. And I'm like, bruh, what is this? Like, what are you sending me? But you know, that's just friendship. And this part of Seoul Station is also cool. We call this area Namdae-moon. But all this to say is that, you know, I was very comfortable in my teaching, or with my teaching job. And even now, like that I'm a university professor, I'm more comfortable with my teaching job. But it's kind of like I lost some motivation to move forward. And I don't know if that's directly because of Korean comfort, but I think it is because there's really no need for me to want to move forward because I make decent money and I have a good life where I don't want for anything. So there's where the conflict lies. It's like I have a decent life, but there's this part of me on the inside that's really talking to me these days, especially after spending the time with Zach during the summertime. And it's like, Francois, what happened to the person you used to be? Even though you're in a good position, you're always trying to like push yourself to go like higher and further. And it seems like you just lost your motivation. You lost your drive. You lost your like enthusiasm to actually to move. I still have the same passion for teaching. I mean, I love teaching. It's what I do. I think I'm a great teacher. I think I have a way of helping students to understand, oops, that sun. I have a way of helping students to understand difficult information in a very easy and simple way. I think maybe that's my gift. So I'll never give up on teaching. It's that I realized that I become very complacent with a comfortable life here in Korea, which is not a bad thing at all. Like I said, people will kill for this opportunity. There's so many people I'm sure who want to be where I am. It's just that I always have this nagging voice inside of me that's telling Francois that he needs to do more. I'm here in Korea. I live here and I can't leave right now. So what am I going to do in order to, navigate this comfort and push myself more while I'm still here in this country? So these days I'm learning how to balance my comfortable and convenient life with also seeking new challenges. So what I'm doing is I'm still working. I'm still going to do all of my hobbies, but I'm also coming home and I'm pushing myself more. I'm starting to study French again because even though I can speak French quite well, I've lost a lot of that. I'm starting to study my Spanish again. I'm adding Russian. Of course, Korean is always in there. Just can't get Korean for some reason. For some reason, I can't get this language. I don't understand why. And there was one hobby that I had that was really productive, but I stopped doing. And that was to write down a lot of notes, just notes. It doesn't have to be notes being optimistic or, motivation or anything like that. It was just notes. I would write down words that I wanted to remember. I would write down phrases I wanted to remember. I would write down problems. I would write down ideas. And I would have these post-it notes like all over my house, especially on my television. I got out of a habit of doing that because, once I started to get more into social media, started to make more YouTube videos and things, I was like, I don't need to write anything down anymore. I can just continue to, type things in my phone or type things in the computer. But the thing about that is when you type things in the computer or in your phone, you actually have to go into your phone and look for those things. Whereas the post-its notes, they were just visible everywhere in my house. Like YouTube has really helped me to push myself out of my comfort zone. But now I'm just like, yo, I gotta make a video. I'm just gonna go to this place, I'm gonna film, or I'm gonna ask permission to film. And if they say yes, then I'm just gonna film a video and I'm gonna talk around people. People are gonna laugh at me because they see me filming. But who cares? Like, who cares what people think? Who cares what they say? I'm just gonna do, what I need to do in order to push myself out of my comfort zone, but also to progress my life. I even applied for this U.S. Department of State fellow program. In this job, like, I can use my master's degree, my doctorate degree, and I can travel to different countries where there's a U.S. Embassy, and I can teach in universities, and I can go around the countries and I can conference and meet diplomats and hopefully parlay my connections with these diplomats into having more opportunities in the field of education or in the field of diplomacy. Basically, I learned comfort is appealing. Being in an environment where everything is conveniently laid out for you is very, very attractive. Growth usually lies outside of comfort. Me living in Korea has been an incredibly amazing journey. I've had so many wonderful experiences here, and I've had some not so wonderful experiences here, but they've been experiences to help me grow and to learn not to make, the same mistakes again in the future. I actually owe Korea a lot. Like, I owe Korea a lot because I don't know if I said this in another video, but I think I did. But like, I became a man here in Korea. Like, I really learned a lot about myself. I learned how to manage my resources better. I learned how to take care of my body better. I learned how to take care of my mind better. And I think I just became an overall better person living here in Korea. But at the same time, I think it's important to be aware of how comfort. Wow, this sun is so strong today. It's like it's summertime again. I was saying before the sun rudely interrupted me. Sun. I was saying how it's important to realize how comfort and convenience can affect your ambition, or rather my ambition. So I don't know, maybe there are some people who are in the same situation as me. Maybe you're in a very comfortable environment where everything is very easily accessible for you, and you've forgotten about your potential, or wanting to at least explore more of your potential. Maybe my words can help spark some motivation in your life to not give up on your comfort, to not denounce the comfort or convenience, but begin making some balance in your comfort or comfortable environment by adding some more challenges in your life. Yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. More importantly, the sun. Thanks a lot, Korea, for making such an incredibly comfortable and convenient, easygoing environment for me and other foreigners to live in, or not just for me and foreigners, but for your own people especially. I really owe Korea a lot of something. I owe Korea something because I matured here, I became a man here, and I think there's still a lot of things that I have to learn. By being here, it's just, being here is so comfortable. I lost contact and lost touch with, pursuing my passion and pursuing my potential. So hopefully, with more motivation, I'll be able to get back on the horse. Or is it get off the horse? All right, guys, I'm out. Stay hydrated. Remember, as always, I love you. Truly, I love you. And I hope that you're doing well wherever you are, that you're eating right, and that you're drinking right, and you're taking care of your mental health and physical health as well. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace. Yo, I'm getting better at these. They're becoming perfect.